The Microsoft Azure AI Document Intelligence Studio, also known as Azure Form Recognizer, is equipped with many useful pre-built models. However, some unique documents, like this patient registration form, may require the creation of a custom model. To create a custom model in Document Intelligence Studio, simply scroll down and select Custom Extraction Model. You will then need to create a new project or select an existing project if you have one already created. I will create a new project and name it Patient Registration Forms. I will select my subscription, resource group, and form recognizer service. I will then ensure that the API version is set to General Availability. I will select my desired storage account in Blob Container. Then, I will enter a folder path. I will now hit Create Project, which will bring me to the Label Data page. I will drag my sample documents onto the page for labeling. I can then easily create my desired data fields. Now that all of my fields are created, I can begin labeling the data from the document. This is a very simple process, which makes training models quite easy. I have now labeled all of my fields with data from the document. I will continue this process by labeling the rest of the documents in my training set. Now that all of the documents have been labeled, I can hit the Train button to train the new model. I will name it General Hospital and give it a description. Since my training set only contained documents of the same format, I will select the template build mode for this model. Note that the neural build mode would be used instead if the training set contained documents with differing formats. We can see the newly trained model in the Models tab of the project. The new model can also be tested to ensure that all of the data fields get populated with the correct information from the document. Once a document intelligence model has been created, it can be used in a vast number of ways. For this demo, I will use the document intelligence model's intelligent AI together with FabSoft's desktop automation driver to send output data to a Microsoft Power Apps flow. The Power Apps flow will then upload the data to SharePoint. I will begin by submitting a document to the desktop automation driver. I will then select the Microsoft Power Apps workflow type, which will open the workflow configuration menu. Now I will enable the workflow-specific settings and choose Microsoft Azure Form Recognizer as the OCR engine. I will also copy the endpoint and key from my Document Intelligence resource, which will enable me to select the General Hospital Document Intelligence model. Now that my desired document intelligence model is selected, I can use it to automatically add all of the fields from the document into the workflow. The majority of the workflow configuration is now complete, thanks to the document intelligence model. The next step is to configure the document identifier so that all General Hospital patient registration forms will be processed by this workflow. I will then set the output file type to PDF and copy the destination URL from my Microsoft Power Apps flow. The final field I need to configure is the file name, which I will set as the patient ID number. Now that my workflow is fully configured, I can ensure that all of the correct data is sent to Power Apps by hitting the Test Output button. We can see that all of the variables have been correctly populated, which means the flow is working as expected. I will now hit Finish to complete the workflow configuration and process the document. We can see that the document has been sent to SharePoint and contains the field data gathered by the Document Intelligence model. In addition to this, Any new General Hospital patient registration form that is submitted to the desktop automation driver will be processed by the same workflow and subsequently sent to SharePoint. In this example, a custom document intelligence model enabled the creation of a highly efficient system for processing documents to SharePoint. However, many other output locations could have been used, since Microsoft Power Apps and FabSoft's desktop automation driver are both extremely versatile products with numerous functionalities. The key takeaway here is that Microsoft Azure document intelligence models have an incredible capability to empower business and automation practices when implemented in an appropriate system.